Hey everybody, what's up? It's your boy Zach. Today is Today is 7 months on testosterone. That's crazy. um, yeah. So today I was thinking we'd do a little Q&A video. Because I recently got a couple of questions from some people about my transition and about how all this is going and things like that. So yeah, let's get on with the Q&A of how things are going for me. I have a friend of mine who actually asked a bunch of questions involving my coming out situation. So those are gonna be like the first 7 questions that I have. So let's do the thing, I guess. There's a bug on my keyboard. Please no. Okay, so first question. When did you first realize you were different? Oh, I don't know. Definitely back in high school. Is that a pimple? Damn. Anyway, back in like high school, middle school, I used to like tie my hair back and always used to like hide it under a hat sometimes, like when no one was around. And I'd do shit like that and like always go to try to be the extreme when it came to like guys' clothes and things like that. And yeah, I thought that was like what every girl did back when I was little. But I realized that was not the case. So I was like, oh, okay, guess not. Guess not every girl's a boy. That's awkward. Alright, next question. How did you feel before coming out? And how did you cope with it? Any, like, denial, drugs, alcohol, suicidal tendencies, try to pray the gay away? Before I came out, it was very confusing. Everything was really confusing. I didn't know what was going on with me. I didn't know that there was anything going on with me at all. I didn't know the situation about my life, really. I was really, really confused, and I thought everything I was doing was normal, and that everyone, all girls want to be a boy, and things like that, but, I was just really, really confused, so that would, I guess, be how I felt before coming out. Definitely confused would be the answer. How did I cope with it? Not very well. I'll be straightforward. I was one of those kids back in school that used to like self-harm, and I turned to alcohol and drugs real quick. I was young, so it's like that's pretty bad. That's really bad. I would never want a kid to have to go through this alone, because it's scary. It really is. It's a confusing, scary situation. So, I guess I'll just leave it at that. Next question. When did you finally accept yourself? After I dropped out of college, and at that point I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna be me. And that's exactly what I did. Me and my roommate, who's my best friend in the whole world, we took scissors and a beard trimmer, sat down, put a towel on the floor in front of one of those dorm wall mirrors before the end of the first semester together, and we cut off all of my hair. Literally, like, if this was down to the skin, this is basically what I had. Like, that was the first time I ever cut my hair short, too. Like, it was nuts. It was awesome though. That's when I first started like embracing who I was, which was really, really awesome. And I don't know. It was just a good situation. Then when I dropped out of college at the end of the second semester, I spoke about it with her like all throughout the year, and we were trying to figure out what was going on with me, and she was so supportive and trying to help me figure it all out. But yeah, I guess around the end, so what was that, 2015 or so, maybe, something like that. Who was the first person I told and why? Well, I guess Mariah is the first person who I ever told, you know, that I thought I was transgender. Originally, to slowly bring myself out, I actually told my friends Nick, Aaron, and Chris that I was gender fluid, because I didn't know what my situation was. I was like, am I a guy? Am I a girl? Am I both? Like, I had no idea what was going on at all. As I said before, it's scary and confusing, and going through it alone would probably be the most terrifying thing in the world, which is why I'm always open to talk to any other trans kids, even the younger kids who are still trying to figure it out. Like, just come to me. It's okay. Like, trust me. I understand. Let's see. What's the next question? When you came out to your friends, how did they react, and did you lose anyone after you came out? Oh, that one's a loaded question. When I came out to my friends, I made a public post on Facebook. Actually, the same day as New York City Pride, the parade in the city, I came out to basically everyone that way. Not basically. Most people sort of already knew, others kind of figured, but I came out to... There's a bug on my screen. Oh my god. It was the same one. Oh, okay. Anyway. But yeah, I made a post on Facebook. I had a friend take a picture of me. I was wearing my binder, which was awesome, and a shirt that said Proud Trans Man on it. And it was so cool. Yeah, I wore like bright blue contacts, had like the trans flag as like a cape, and I had a picture of me holding up my flag. And that's how I told everyone, really. Yeah, I made a post just saying, hey, like, I guess this is me coming out. Like, what's up, everyone? Like, my name's Zach, and just call me that, and use my pronouns. And yeah, if you have questions, come to me, but don't be a dick. Yeah. And that's how it started. I lost so many people. I had people tell me that I'm not trans. I've had people tell me that I'm a sin, that I'm an abomination, that I should kill myself, that I shouldn't exist, that I don't exist. Like, I've gotten it all from people that I never thought would ever treat me that way. Which now, 7 months into testosterone, is a pretty fucked up thing to, like, you know, think back and remember all these people who, you know, were like, oh, I'll always be there for you. Come back in a heartbeat and tell you quite the opposite of every single thing. It's ridiculous. That's why I said, don't want to do this alone, my friends. If you have to, obviously you have to, but you always got a friend, no matter what. The community is such a crazy, confusing, loving community. Always. Let's see. Here's a good one. When you came out to your family, how did they react? Are you no longer speaking to anyone in your family since coming out? Alright, when I came out to my family, it was to my mom first and my brother. He kind of picked it up, but it was to my mom first. She didn't understand, so I straight up told her to Google it because it's very hard to explain, but that I am a boy. And she was like, we'll figure this out. And I actually started testosterone and was on testosterone for about 2 months before I told her that I was on it, and about 3.5 months when I told my dad I was on it. As in, I had my mom tell my dad, because I was raised by old school New York City cop dad, and, you know, Queens mom. Like, they're both from Queens. City parents are very, a little different than Long Island parents. So it's, a little more old school. But my mom now takes it well. She'll do her best to use my pronouns and my name. And same with my pops. I mean, he won't use my name or my pronouns, but he's working on it, which is, he's come so far. It's nuts. But there's been issues in my family with this. There's been rumors about me and my family with this. But as of right now, I haven't lost anybody. So let's keep it that way. Yeah. Let's see. Were you ever bullied or picked on after you came out? Well, who doesn't get picked on in general? But yes, obviously, as I said, like, I've been called an abomination, a sin, that I shouldn't exist, that I should go kill myself, that I should hurt myself. All just because I'm a human being that, you know, doesn't fit the gender they were born in. And, you know, how shitty is that? Someone just came up to me and was like, oh, so you're a boy. You should go kill yourself for it. Like, it's just like, holy shit. Like, where did that come from? Like, do you have to be so vicious and, you know, mean and hurtful to other people just because you can? It's just, I don't get it. It's so messed up. Let's see, we have another one. What advice would you give to someone struggling with acceptance? Please, please, and I say this deep down from within my heart, only come out if you're in a safe space. If you think you're gonna get in harm's way, please wait. Wait till you move, because once you leave, you can be who you want to be, who you are. I don't want to hear that any of you get hurt over being who you are, because it's not worth it. Trust me, I've lived home all my life. I moved about 3 or 4 months ago in with my wonderful boyfriend who's been doing my shots since day one, really. But to anyone out there who's going through this, stay strong. I know it's tough, especially in the beginning, especially figuring everything out. I know. Trust me, I know. It's really, really tough. But in the end, it's going to work out, because everything does, you know? So don't give up, alright? Cool. Alright, on to the next question. Oh gosh, that was so lame. Okay. So I had 2 people on Facebook actually ask questions, so... one of them has been, what changes have been the most intense and least intense for me over this process? I only noticed this because, I mean, it's my body, but I definitely noticed my voice has changed drastically since, you know, I started testosterone as a whole. And, you know, it's just my voice. If you go back to my first video and compare it to this one, it's nuts. Like, And also I notice when I sing, I cannot, I can no longer sing some notes, most notes that I used to be able to sing. It's crazy. It changes your vocal cords like so much, like to the point where like you notice it. You'll go to sing in the car one day after being on testosterone for a little bit, all of a sudden you're like, your voice will crack or you can't hit that note because your voice will just flatline. That's what happens with me. Also my facial hair. Oh, I wish I could really show you guys my facial hair that I have. Makes me happy. It's hard to tell with this camera. I got a new one. I don't know why I'm not recording with that, to be completely honest, but hey. Least thing I've noticed is also, I guess, the facial hair, because yeah, it's coming in great, but like, I wish I had more, you know? I still don't pass 100% with people yet, but it's okay. All in good time. All in good time. And the last question comes from one of my second moms. I have a couple of those out there. Shout out to all the supportive friend moms that everyone deserves. She said, do you feel that your mental attitude has changed along with my physical attributes? And the answer is yes. I feel like I finally fit in my body. I feel happy. I feel like it's all worth it. That this is what I've been fighting for all my life. This is what I've lost friends over, what I lost friendships, love, you name it. I lost basically everything except for family, and that's so far. I haven't even seen most of my family since coming out. I haven't seen all of my family except for like about 5 people in my family besides my immediate. Since I've been on testosterone, I haven't seen almost anybody. And I have a small family too. So, you know, I feel like it's all worth it, what I'm doing. From getting stabbed in the leg every Thursday to just dealing with the fact that the world just isn't okay with who I am or what I am, because apparently I'm not seen as a human to some people, which is ridiculous. But yeah, so I guess I'll leave it at that today, guys. I know this one was pretty long, so I apologize. Oh, this was really long. Oh, God. Okay. Sorry about that. But yeah, so that was my Q&A for today. If anyone has any more questions, anything else they want to ask, or if you even just want to chat, drop it below and we'll chat. We'll just talk. I know it's scary and I know it's confusing, but you'll get there. You'll figure it out, and then you'll know what to do. And you'll find some amazing people along the way who will just appear out of nowhere and be instantly crazy good friends with you. Shout out to Sammy, Ori, Kale, always to my best friend Mariah, Aaron, Nick, Chris. I mean, my lovely boyfriend who always does my shots for me, always takes care of me. All these people I would have never really had in my life, or at least would have known that they would have been this beautiful of people to stick around me through this. So, I think I'll leave it at that. Thank you to everyone else who watches these videos, to all my friends who support me, who ask me questions, you two, and Mike, all of you, you're all wonderful people. Thank you. And if I could just change a life with at least one story, one conversation, this video, I mean, that would just mean the world to me. So, I'm gonna leave it here. You guys have a good night, and yeah, Zach out. Oh gosh.